Hello, all of you cosmic children. We're going to see what your 2022 looks like. This is going to be an extensive reading, so we'll see the general 2022 and your career and finances, your love and relationships, and also your wellness, spirituality, and also we will do a mini pick a card for the advice. So a lot of things coming up, okay? For all of these sections, the timestamps are in the description box, along with the timestamps for your pile, of course. And yeah, we have pile 1 over here, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. As always, make sure to choose with your intuition whenever you're ready. We'll get started with your reading. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. We'll see what your year 2022 looks like. This is going to be a bit of an extended one, and I will first be talking about your general year, and then we'll break it down into your career and finances, your love and relationships, and also health and general well-being. So if you want to skip ahead to any of these parts, then you can do that from the timestamps. And also in the end, we'll have more personalized advice for you or guidance for you, which you will have to pick again, for which again you have the timestamps below. Okay, with that out of the way, let's begin. In general, your year, oh wow, we have celebrate your wins. That's always amazing. This corresponds to the 6 of Wands in the regular tarot. And 6 of Wands is about celebrating your accomplishments, gaining recognition, building your reputation, people seeing your worth, you having a wonderful sense of self-worth, that you are feeling more confident to be yourself, to express yourself, to develop yourself. And because you just do that, people are noticing you more and more. So next year you're feeling a lot more confident. You don't care about the negative energies. You have a very good sense of boundary here. So other people's BS does not affect you anymore, and you don't allow those type of situations or people to come into your life. So you just fully let your shine radiate. Yeah, no icky energy. That's very nice. Okay, let's see, pile 1 viewers, how is their 2022 in general looking? This one fell, so we'll take that. Pile 1 viewers, how's that 2022? Come. Okay. Let's go. First one we have is the Child of Pentacles or the Page of Pentacles. Then we have 5 of Wands. And we have the 4 of Wands. Okay. I will just put them here. Oh, we have the Star. That does not come out very often in this deck. Perfect. And we also have the Guardian of Swords or the Queen of Swords. Okay. So, you are thinking very clearly. You have a very good critical thinking mindset. You are strategic, you are organized, you're well managed, you choose your words carefully, you express yourself very concisely, well mannered, well aesthetic, all of that is just really working. Your thought process is just really developing, okay? So, again, the type of people you allow into your life and the type of people you do not. How do you assert your boundaries? You don't want to be rude, but you also want to make your point very, very clear. In some cases, there can be some conflicts with certain people that are toxic in your life, but if that is the case, then you would already know about them, right? And you're just finishing the conflict and resolving it somehow, okay? It can even be someone of a competitor, okay, that causes just unnecessary conflicts in your life. Different people, different situations, take it as it resonates, but some form of conflict. It can even be mental and emotional, of course, something that has been bothering you, pulling you in many different directions and making you really tired and burnt out. In 2021, you are going to be resolving that in a very clear-headed manner. Things will have a way of working themselves out with the star card. This is like you are connected with the universe, so the universe is able to listen to you very clearly, and because of that, miracles can happen, you know, manifestations can come true, and you have a very honest and open bond with your prayers, your meditation, and you just learn to express yourself much more in such situations. Okay, so idealistic type of thought process is also going to be present in your year. You will have a very optimistic mindset as well, but within good reason. The Queen of Swords is quite realistic, right? It's just gonna see what is there, what is practical, what works, and how can she improve, things like that. Meanwhile, the star can be very, very idealistic, very universal and collective in that sense, right? So you're able to translate your higher visions into reality because of this practical mindset over here. Okay, and also because the ideal situations are being created for you in order to get rid of certain connections or certain emotional bonds or attachments you may have to a certain place, situation that is not working for you. Okay, and you move to a place of higher stability. It can be a new home, a new establishment, or feeling a lot more stable in your finances, okay, depending on where you are in life and what you are striving for, because Child of Pentacles can talk about new opportunities. If you're looking for internships, this is about you getting one, you starting one, adopting a researcher mindset, and you know, trying to explore different possibilities. What else is new? What else? This is like a new avenue for you, feeling as much of the stability as I'm seeing here. Both of them, Pentacles and Wands, very stable. And I know that the Guardian of Swords doesn't have a grounding feeling, but it is mentally and emotionally grounding, right? Okay. Let's see some more cards. Hello, viewers. General 2022. Yeah, financial stability, physical stability, family stability. This is quite stable, and also it's kind of a reason to celebrate, right? So certain accomplishments that make you feel much better, much more solid and secure about yourself, it just lights you up. It makes you more excited and more hopeful for the future, that things will work out eventually. In the right people are going to be with you, the right place is going to be with you, so it's just a reason to celebrate. Yeah, okay, and also celebrate your wins. I didn't see that when I was talking about it. Okay, we have the 12th house, which corresponds to Pisces. Pisces is very spiritual. 12th house is about the unconscious mind. It can be about dreams, sleep state, the otherworldly, so any meditation and introspection, astral traveling, these type of things. 12th house can also be the house of hidden enemies. So if this conflict, you know, it can be someone who is usually very passive aggressive with you. That would be a classic representation of 5 of Wands plus 12th house, right? Passive aggressive, you know about them, but you know, nothing has explicitly ever been said, so you can't really get mad at it, but somehow it is still annoying to you, right? Those type of people gonna be gone, because 12th house is also the house of things that disappear, right? Okay. Once you know them, once they are no longer hidden, they're just gone. They've lost the power on you. Okay. Then we have Descendant, shadow, denial, projections, and opposites attract. Yeah, this again is, Descendant is usually on the cusp of the 7th house, right opposite our Ascendant, and it is like the type that we do not directly identify with, how other people see us, and the parts that we would not want to associate with given our current nature, because it's like the polar opposite of your zodiac, right? So that doesn't mean that it is really far away from you, or that you definitely are not that, because clearly people are seeing that side of you. It's just the other side of the coin of your personality, right? So it can be shadow, it can stay in denial, and you might not be aware of such things. And that's why we meet certain people that reflect this part of us. And that way we are becoming more and more aware of what we never acknowledged before. Right? It can, of course, come in a karmic relationship situation, but it doesn't always have to be, of course not, because 7th house is about the partner, right? The partner with whom you share a long-term commitment. It can be a business partner or a romantic situation. It can also include very close friends that you share a very important one-to-one connection, right? So in all cases, it's a soulmate type of section. So there is no ugliness attached to that, okay? So karmic is not horrible. I just want to say that. It's just that they are just the counterpart. They are what balances you. That's why the descendant is there. That's why it usually stays in the shadow. We generally look for people who are like us, but when we meet someone who is completely different in many regards, doesn't have to be like, entirely the different type, but you feel a more balancing effect. You'll seem to learn more. There are more ideas that open up to you. More avenues come to you. You recognize more possibilities. You see what you fight with within yourself and what you have to celebrate. You can see yourself from a much more objective perspective when you meet people who are like the opposite of your ascendant. Okay? And through them you can learn so much about you. We have Scorpio, yes, okay. They share resources. So since I was getting so much of a relationship vibe already, you might meet someone. Scorpio is about having an intense, passionate connection. It's about getting to know your shadow side, not running away from internal problems, and rather, facing them head on, because it's a fixed water sign. They just dive deep, and it's like the ocean floor. It's more dense, right? And that combined with the 12th house over there, it's very, very spiritual as a whole. And whoever you meet along this time, it's also shared resources. So you and your partner, that finance will start increasing. You will see more ways of making more income that you had not seen before. Okay, so that's how it can play out over there. Okay, then we also have the first house. First house is again where the rising sign is usually. So we have descendant and we have ascendant. A lot of you might be Taurus or Scorpio risings. If you are, let me know. It would be interesting to see if the astrology correlates. Okay. So I'm going to move this a little bit more. Yeah. So we can get into your career and finance section. How is that looking for Pile 1 viewers, please? Career and finances in 2022. We have what does your soul say? So doing something that is very much oriented with your truth, again, expressing yourself a lot more, regardless of what job you do, you're able to express yourself more. So if you do not like that certain job, you're going to make that clear. If you like the certain job, you're going to work harder and not stop yourself. If you want to do something creative or find a new hobby, then you're just going to go for it. Whatever that it makes you fulfilled and soulfully happy, that's where you're going to be going. And we have lead your metamorphosis. So for a lot of you, there is going to be a shift or a blossoming. Okay, metamorphosis is transformation. So if you absolutely detest your job, you might really start putting in the effort to move away from it. Okay, and metamorphosis in a financial situation also obviously suggests that you can create your own transformation by doing what your soul says. It can be something very small, but you have to lead it, which means you have to start it, right? First initiate and then keep going. And that's how you transform, yeah? And like I said, you can do that by simply following what makes you happiest. And you can realize that again from this whole thing that we saw via other people or from your connections, and by exploring what they like and what they dislike. Okay. Scorpio is also a very passionate energy, so finding your passion, finding that fulfillment. Okay. Pile 1 viewers, career and finances in 2022, please. Okay, we have 9 of Swords. We have 5 of Cups. More. We have 3 of Swords, okay. Okay, looks like you have been worried about this. Okay. We have the King of Wands and we have the 9 of Wands. This is, perfect. Okay, so it seems like you have been worried about this. Like, a lot of you do not like your work at this moment, and you have been put under the radar. You feel very low about yourself. Your sense of self-esteem and self-worth has been feeling depleted. You're not feeling the drive, the passion. You don't like it, right? And it's always, okay, I have to always keep struggling. I have to keep worrying about it. I have to feel upset about it. And, I have to just count my losses. And I'm not able to see the brighter side in this type of environment, right? But guess what? You are persisting right now. You're persisting since the time that it has not been your cup of tea, and you are going to get out of it. Okay, this is just like the progression, like the anxiety that you face, the overthinking, the overanalyzing that you do in your mind, that does not allow you to think very clearly. So I absolutely adore that in the general energy we have that clear thinking, that clarity of mind, the spiritual energies, the universal energies rather, just coming to help you, to show you that clear vision. And because of that, you are getting out of pain and heartbreak and emotional trauma. You're getting out of the thorns, going beyond it, and carrying that experience and that learning that you had, the metamorphosis that is about to happen. The whole story has to be part of you. That's what makes you you. So this rose that happens, it doesn't just happen. That's the point of the 9 of Wands. It's so appreciated, and it has so much beauty and aesthetic. It's so unique, and it is loved for whatever reason it is loved, right? Everyone has a different reason why they like the rose, but regardless, it's a gorgeous concept, it's a gorgeous design, and it doesn't simply happen. It has thorns, it goes through stuff, it hurts you, it can scar you, but it is gorgeous. It is absolutely growing in a harsh type of environment of its own, and yet it can bring so much joy to so many, right? Given that we have the Elder of Wands or the King of Wands, that is the entrepreneurial energy. That's living your passion, owning your passion, going after it, standing up to your ground, feeling that confident charisma. It's a very Leo card. Leo is not afraid to shine. It's not at all afraid to express. Okay? It lets the passion, the natural ambition, the natural drive to go out and play. Okay? It's a fire sign, so a lot of that going on. Okay, so absolute transformation. Let me just say that. Absolute. You take all of this with you and you wear it as a badge of honor in the end. When you are out, you're out, and you do not shy away. You're not like, oh, I'm bogged down by looking at the past and, I'm just going to stay sad forever. No, it's like, yes, I went through that. Of course, it was not easy and it was not at all fun and whatever. And guess what? I'm out of it, and I'm glad that I learned so many more things about persistence, effort, willpower, getting out, the tenacity that I have really, and the focus and the drive that was built throughout this period, the tests that you have had to endure, emotional, mental, or the work situation externally, it will not go to waste because it builds something within you, and you are that is what is going to bring you a lot of success. Okay, Elder of Wands success is not even a question. Entrepreneur, right? You gotta be successful. Eventually, like that's the point, right? Okay. Career and finance, please. Anything creative and artistic as well is possible. Dance, music, theater, all those things. Pile on viewers, 22, career and finances. We have North Node, following your life mission, exploring your hidden talents, and finding the destination. You have Neptune, dreams, intuition, mysticism, imagination, and delusions. You can get this idea or inspiration through a dream. Okay. And we also have 7th house. Again, 7th house. So forming business partnerships or finding ideas via other people. That's what we were talking about, and that's again being reflected there. But North Node is like the soul's mission this lifetime. So amazing that is mirrored again. Okay, now we will move on to the love and relationships. Pile 1 viewers, love and relationships in 2022, please. We have the now. You're very conscious with your loved ones. You're being very present, mindful. You're paying attention to what they like and dislike, their ideas and beliefs and philosophies, things like that. You're really, really being with them rather than, being on the phone or getting distracted in any other way. Yes. We have 5 of Pentacles. We have the 8 of Wands, so a lot of communication with your family. We have 2 of Swords. Clearing any confusions, any misunderstandings are going to be removed. Any blocks that you have had with in terms of a romantic interest, that can also get cleared. Anything about, again, self-worth or realizing what your stability is. And if you've been busy trying to sort your career, then love did not really have that much space in your life, and there could have been a general air of loneliness, and that is again coming out of this year. We have the Fool card, so taking a new leap of faith. So it can be for many of you that you start a new relationship, or you have a completely new chapter in your existing relationship, which again requires you to be in the moment, in the present, because things are moving fast and things are exciting and exhilarating as it is. You don't need to, focus on the past or in the future. All confusion, misunderstandings with your existing relationship as well being cleared out. You don't feel so lonely if you have been feeling so, or misunderstood by your partner this year. Okay? Okay. Now I'm gonna get this one. Power 1 viewers, love and relationships 2022. It can also be that someone you have been missing in your family, friendship circle, or even in a romantic context, someone you've been missing, or has perhaps traveled and is sort of long distance right now, you're talking to them more, you're reigniting the passion, and it's just becoming newer and newer. That's what also takes you into this new tomorrow. And also on the flip side, you can meet someone online and you can really hit it off. We have, thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perception so that I can see what is of the highest good. Yeah, removing the limits of anxiety, loneliness, low self-worth or esteem, and anything that degrades your energy level, that doesn't pick you up and light you up and, you know, put you in a very passionate state where you can only be in the now because you're not looking to go anywhere. You know, you just like the now. That's where you're reaching, and you're seeing beyond the limits of all of that, of self-imposed limitations, because once you start expressing, blue over here is also the color of expression, by the way. Once you start expressing your mind, your emotions, and your intentions, you just feel lighter. When you're lighter, you can float, you can fly. With the Fool over here, and the Fool doesn't have any burdens. It just carries one backpack, and the traditional, not even a backpack, it's just one sack of, you know, basic food and amenities, I guess, and just leaps into the unknown. He doesn't know what lies ahead and what's going to happen next, etc., but it doesn't matter. It's just light. It doesn't care. It has faith and optimism, and it's just going to go for it, right? So it goes beyond the limits of all of that, all the fear, anxiety, and self-imposed blocks, and it expands its entire horizon. Imagine, right? Like you just go. The entire world awaits you. So you can see things from a wider perspective. You have a lot of clear vision happening in 2022. You see things a lot more. Okay, let's move on to the general wellness, spirituality, health. Okay, how's that looking for Pile 1 viewers, please? Okay, we have collaboration of souls. Yeah, again, like a lot of focus on relationships this year, like building healthy relationships with people, learning a lot via other connections, expanding our network can also be possible. But again, I feel more of a meaningful vibe. You don't have like floating conversations and small talk. Okay, that's not what is happening. So teamwork, again, partnership of any type. This reminds me of the Lovers and also the Three of Pentacles. So you find a good team, or you meet very nice people who are able to help you out in your new business, for example. That's possible. And also your relationships with family and friends and love relationships as well improves. And we also have external validation. Yeah, you're not looking for it from the outside. You're just doing what needs to be done, what makes you feel good. And because of that, you actually get to the external validation, even though you're not looking for it. That's the place to be, okay? In the beginning, you might still dip a little bit and, want the external validation, but that's fine. The astrology, as it is now with Venus going retrograde, it is going to be all about, increasing your sense of self-worth and love. Venus rules love. So when it's retro, it's about loving yourself, right? So you give validation to yourself, you celebrate yourself, and as a result of that, you get celebration from the outside as well. So Venus will go fully direct and out of the shadow period by early March. So until then, there is still like dipping and understanding yourself and leading you metamorphosis, really seeing what is going on within yourself, and after that you just really start flowing. Okay, awesome. Next, general wellness, spirituality, health. How's that looking? Viewers. We have Guardian of Pentacles or the Queen of Pentacles, all about self-care, nurturing, homey feeling, getting cozy, feeling grounded, safe, and secure. And we also have the Child of Swords or the Page of Swords. So reading, learning, exploring new ideas, feeling curious, being witty, good humor, again, well read, well understood about your subjects, things like that. You can have very open discussions and debates with your friends and family. It's very healthy. That I don't feel like toxicity, unless of course you are interacting with someone toxic. In that case, you will know, because it just drains you rather than picks you up, right? Okay, so that's there. Then we have Seven of Swords. Again, look out for some deceptive energy, but again, it's not really hidden. You know this if there is some toxic person in your surrounding or situation because of its passive aggressiveness or instability. Okay, you can never know. It's shifty. You can't trust it, and you know that, right? So if that is resonating for you, then just watch out, because again, they don't really have the best interests of anyone at heart. Okay, so watch out for that, especially, if it's an online dating situation, then you have to vet them a little bit more. That's all. But also Seven of Swords talks about strategy, being quick on your feet, quick wit, and just clever, why not? If you use it in a detrimental way where you are hurting people, then that's a problem. Then anything is a problem. But if you're using your clever attitude to, strategize for the future, for your business, then why should you not? Right? So it can be used in a very positive way. It's up to you, of course, but I don't feel like you are using shady means at all. That's not my point. But, there will be some readers who say that, oh, you're being shady, or just be careful, otherwise you will get whatever, get bad karma or whatever. But that's not the point of this. It's just clever can be used in a crooked manner, or it can be used in a very positive way, in the sense of strategy and thinking on your feet, because the world around is also fast changing. And since you are also coming out of a tough situation, you have to be quick, you have to be smart, you have to be clever in order to get out of it as well, right? So you're utilizing all of that. And I love that Child of Swords is also there, so you have a very good mindset and you're thinking things through. It has a very investigative energy, plus Queen of Swords over here, just clear thinking all around, okay? The mental fog and confusion is just lifting. We have the Magician, so this is amazing because it's another manifestation card. You get all of the resources that you need in order to make things happen. So you want to work on your diet, you will work on it. You will find reasons, you will get the reasons to make a certain habit happen and stick, okay? If you want to get into a certain type of hobby and develop a new pattern, you can make it happen. You will get the resources at the right time, the right people, the right mindset, etc. All you have to do is really want it, okay? When you want it, you look for these things. That's what makes the difference. And that's what makes the manifestations happen. You're very spiritually connected again, but also with nature. So you might find yourself to be more susceptible to the moon cycle. It feels a bit random because I normally do not interpret that, but I just got it. So yeah, take that. Okay, and we also have the Seven of Pentacles. This is being patient, putting in the work to make everything that you have happen. Things that you have worked on, you see the harvest and you see that the changes you are making are being fruitful. You see the results, all of that. So all in all, it's a very positive and abundance mindset, okay? But you are not taking anything for granted. You're utilizing them in a very secure, steady manner. You're being very organized with your tasks and really good at prioritizing where you will not put your energies. Okay, health-wise, again, looks really good because we have two very nice pentacle cards. So if you need to work out, you're going to work out. If you need to eat healthier, you're going to eat healthier. That's what I see. And if you need to just exercise in your flexibility or whatever reason, it doesn't matter. You will do all of that because Pentacles is very body, and Magician is very proactive as well. Okay? Even if it is at home. Okay. Now I'm just going to get this spirituality and well-being, please, and health for Pile 1 viewers 2022. When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. Yeah, peace is really there. Queen of Pentacles is very peaceful. All the Pentacles, I mean, these two Pentacle cards are quite peaceful and zen and just patient and steady and calm. They're very grounded as well, so that's why they have so much faith. And we see a lot of faith cards going on everywhere, really. And you notice that faith is what gets you out of sticky situations in a career context, and also relationship, and also your emotional state of being. Okay, you will really start seeing all of these by early March. Okay, until then you're going to be working on them. You will still see progress, of course, but you will start feeling the lightness of this and real changes that are sticking. You will really start noticing that early March. Okay. When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. Yeah. You're also leaning on faith in the sense that you're trusting that the correct people, the correct resources are going to come, and that the work you have put in will get acknowledgement. It will grow. It will harvest. Right? Okay. Now we're going to go for the pick card advice portion. I will put 3 feathers, and you can go to the timestamp. You can pause the video if you want to spend some time looking at them. Yeah. Okay. Pile 1 viewers, advice number 1, please. Advice for group 1. Advice for group 2. And advice for group 3. Okay, so go ahead and meditate on your pile, and whenever you're ready, click on the timestamps. We'll start with group 1. This belongs to a blackbird. The magical and unique qualities of your untapped potential are unfolding now, which we saw with the career cards over here, North Node, Life Mission, and What Does Your Soul Say, celebrating your wins, the Star, the Magician. We see so many of those things. And also with the Fool, like you're ready to dive in and learn something new, right? So this is asking you to just flow with the things that are coming towards you and just keep going. I feel for a lot of you it's more of the career focus rather than the other sections, but it doesn't have to be. It's just in general, your hidden abilities to deal with certain situations, the attitude changes, the way you express, how you sing your song, what is your song, exploring all of that, recognizing different hobbies and meeting different people, learning more about yourself, all of that is going to start unfolding. Okay, I don't feel so much that you have to search and hunt for this to happen. It is going to come to you, and I feel like you're intuitive enough to listen to the voice, right? Okay, now moving on to group 2. We have nuthatch, stay grounded, and welcome the new knowledge and perspective coming to you. Again, for group 2 viewers as well, I feel it's more like flowing towards you, and all you need to do is go with it. For you, grounding is more necessary. Meanwhile, in group 1, it was more about the expression of things. The grounding is related to your guardian of pentacles and the 7 of pentacles, staying patient, connecting with your root chakra, going home, relating with your family, looking at your ancestry, past patterns that have held you back or pulled you down, things like that. When you like calm down, you can really see things from a completely different perspective, right? So That's something you need to start doing, or really put in order for these insights to come towards you and for the path to be revealed. Okay, now moving on to group 3, we have the pheasant. The time is ripe for creation and connection. Focus your attention in these areas. Yes, so a lot of relationship focus for you guys, and also career, actually. So it is more so the make the business happen, or make your own hobby happen, realize your passion and really start working towards it. It's more active, it's more driven and ambitious, and also it directly translates to the love and relationship part for you. Okay, so creation and connection, that's what is there. Meeting different people, developing on your network, things like that. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile 1. Big reading, I know. Hopefully the timestamps helped. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And of course, if you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via Etsy. The link is in the description box in the comment below. Like the video if you like the reading, share and subscribe as well. But until next time, take care. Bye. Hi pile 2, welcome to your reading. We'll see what your 2022 looks like. So there's a lot going on in this reading. It's an extensive one. So first we'll talk about it in general, then we'll break it down into career and finances and love and relationships, and also your wellness, spirituality and health. And we'll also get a mini pick a card advice section as well. All of these sections, you have the timestamps in the description box in the comment below, so you can skip ahead to the readings that you're most interested in for next year. Okay, so with that being said, let's begin. We have bravely market your magic. Okay, so obviously directly, if you have a business already, it's a good year. You are able to sell yourself better, you can advertise much better, you're getting the right type of people into your surrounding, building a solid foundation and creating your network, things like that. You're associated or affiliated with different websites, services, things like that. And if you do not have a business nor have an intention of having one, then this is talking about expressing yourself in the way that you demonstrate yourself. So like your fashion style can change, the way you conduct yourself, the words you choose, the way you sit, the way you walk, just your posture, demeanor, your overall attitude and radiance. What are you projecting outward? Things like that. What do you want people to see you like? That is something that is also coming up. Okay, so awesome. Your shine is something that is coming out in 2022. Oh wow. I will first ask, then I will accept these random cards that fly out. Okay, pile 2 viewers, please. How is their general 2022 reading? What do you have to say for the general read? Okay, we have Explorer of Swords, or the Knight of Swords. I'll put this here. Okay. Knight of Swords is fast moving, is very brave, courageous, daredevil type of vibe, takes a bit of a risk. Of course, it's a bit calculated because it is the swords suit, but you're able to take risks. You're taking the leap. You're looking at different possibilities and avenues, and once you lock your eyes on something, you go ahead and charge forward. Okay, so if there is some new avenue you want to expand into, or try a new look, or try a new style of any type, then you can completely do that. You have the year supporting you, basically. Okay, pile 2 viewers, please. 2022 in general. That's way too many cards, but we'll take these. Okay. We have 2 of Pentacles, so managing your resources, valuing your finances. Career finance-wise, it's looking... If you have been struggling with it, or if you've been wondering how you're going to make ends meet, there are many creative ways that you can actually manage your finances. Okay, shifting your resources, saving, how much you save, how much you spend, you're shifting that dynamic, because the priorities of what is valuable to you and what is not is something that is coming into focus. And because we are going to have North Node in Taurus for the coming 1.5 years, starting Jan end, I think, or Jan 19th, something like that. It will move into Taurus. Taurus is about personal finances and resources, and also your sense of self-worth and esteem. So these topics will definitely be around in the collective, okay? So in your scenario, you're managing it better. You're organizing or shifting your resources according to your newfound beliefs. We also have the sun, so a lot of optimism, hope, and success. A lot of brightness surrounds this year for you. You're basking, you're resting more, you're chilling more, you're rejuvenated, you have a lot more energy, you have a lot of positive vibes, and you also see that from the outside world as well. Okay, the sun is shining, basically, you have a lot more life, okay, a lot more joy. You're feeling a lot more free. Okay, and we also have the Six of Wands, which is the card of recognition, accolades, external validation, building a reputation. You can be getting a promotion, or you go towards your success. When you move towards your success, you're feeling much happier, and because you might be wanting to explore different options of what you want to be doing or what you want to be creating in your life, how you want to be looking, how you want to be feeling, things like that, right? You will be exploring all these different avenues, and because of that, you're going to shift your resources accordingly. So if you want to start paying more attention to your wardrobe, if you want to shift and change your wardrobe because you as a person has changed. I know it's a superficial example, but it's easy for me to talk about. So if you want to do that, then you will be redirecting your financial situation towards, getting that one article of clothing or accessory that makes you feel more resonant with the type of future you're trying to build, right? In that way, you're investing in something else, your resources are being moved, and you're feeling happy as a result of it, which raises your vibration, which then brings you the success that you desire in all the other different avenues of life. Right? It changes just the way you feel about yourself and what you think about yourself, and because of that, you feel a lot more optimism and courage to market your ideas and to show your personality, to be however you are in a very authentic sense, and that gets you recognition. Okay, let's see more. Coming into the public eye, the sun rules the Leo as well, and Leo loves to be on stage. It's very playful and jovial, things like that. So anything artistic you do, following your passion, following your fulfillment, these type of things are going to come into the highlight. And as and when you do that and become more and more authentic in your expression, the more you're going to be shining. And once you're shining, it's not even a question of will people notice, right? They just do. You're just not looking for it. Okay. Pile 2 viewers, 2022. Six of Wands is also the social media influencer card. So yeah, you can become a social media personality if that's something you're working towards and you want to be that. Okay. We have Taurus. There you go. We talked about the Taurus North Node already. It's interesting. And we also have the 4th house. 4th house is about home and family. It's also about your roots and ancestry. It's about your private thoughts and emotions, which you usually put under the carpet and try not to deal with. It's your more private self that you don't even share with another person, whoever, nobody. Okay, it's your own spot. It's something like that. So that self-worth thing that we're talking about with Taurus, what is important for you, what is worthy for you, what needs to stay, what needs to go, etc., can be related with your self-worth and esteem, right? It can be about how you feel about yourself, what makes you feel cozy, what makes you feel at home, what makes you feel brave, what makes you feel safe, things like that. Because if you don't have your roots set, if you don't have the earthly situations of safety, security, and stability set, then you can't really go outward and explore, right? You can't spread anywhere. Like even a tree cannot grow if the roots are not strong enough, right? That logic. Okay. Now we will move on to the career and finances section. Career and finances provided to viewers in 2022, please. Okay, we have external validation. Yes, we talked about that. Okay. So you're getting this recognition and accolade in terms of your work or business, and also financial gains you're receiving can be a result of what you are creating, because Explorer of Swords is very fast moving and also proactive. And with the optimism and high vibe that you already have, I mean, it is inevitable. Taurus is also about personal money, so you can get more resources that help you better manage your situation. Yeah, we have Three of Swords, career and finances. Oops. Straight career and finances type of viewers, please. Yes, let's see. We have Three of Wands, Three of Swords, Three of Wands. Okay, getting out of a karmic situation in the sense that, you know, you have met certain people or gone through certain tough situations in your career life in the recent past, can be 2020, 2021, and it has not been fun, and it could have been like a passion killer, basically a joy killer, and it was not giving you any fulfillment, which then required you to look outward for external validation. But with Venus being retrograde till the beginning of March, it has already started when I'm, making this video and will be posting it, but it will stay in a shadow period till early March, and then it moves forward where we really start seeing the hope and the optimism and the results of all the work that we put in. When it's retrograde, we want to come inward and give ourselves the love instead of look outside for love. So the external validation flips itself. You give yourself validation, which results in the external as well to mirror that and give you the validation you once sought and now deserve. Okay? So Three of Wands is again very optimistic and hopeful for all manifestations, anything that you're wanting from the deepest heart of hearts. This is a yes, okay? So yeah, that's an additional thing, okay? I feel like your mindset is shifting as well from a lack mindset to a very abundant mindset, and that alone is giving you that energy and the stamina that you did not have to follow and pursue your dreams, but now you do. Okay, by March onwards, you're just gonna start moving forward. The path is being lit up with the Three of Wands. Again, you're seeing more reason to keep moving, and there are signs and synchronicities that follow that lead you out of this Three of Swords, a painful situation. It can be self-sabotage, but it can also be sabotage via other people, depending on the workplace situation that you have, of course. It can also be that you're not satisfied with the job, right? So you're like having to deal with it day in and day out, but again, you were not able to find a way for a while, and you had to deal with the disappointment, but now you start seeing the way. And in terms of finances as well, you might have felt very painful or insecure about how you're going to make things meet, but now you're getting a lot of new resources, find more resources, you get creative with the existing resources in order to make everything flow very much nicely, and that's why you see the positivity as well. We have the Lovers, and there can be an important choice coming up along this path. So getting out of this tough situation might not be... Staying in this difficult situation has not been easy. So a choice is being presented to you via the universe, which allows you to get out of this sticky situation. Now, usually with the Lovers, when we're talking about the choices, it is usually a life-changing decision, okay? So you might decide to leave your existing field of work entirely and start something new, start afresh. So you might go to school again, for example, or while doing a part-time work, you start also studying and taking extra courses which help you shift to a completely new field of study. So if you were in science, you move to art, or if you're in art, you move to science, for example, right? But this is actually very fated, and it's very supported by the universe, because the Lovers is also synchronistic. It is flowing with it. Yes, it is big energy, and yes, it can feel a little bit daunting, but because you have so much positivity and a lot of synchronicities that guide you along the way, you do not feel lost. Even if you do not know in your conscious mind that yes, this is where I'm going, and this is the 5-year plan and the 10-year plan, blah, blah, blah. You don't need a plan, because spirit is guiding you now. It's the universe that is telling you where to go. It does not come with an information sheet, right? So you're just going to go with the flow, but you're loving the flow. You're loving the journey, and the Lovers has a lot of passion, of course, as well. It's, again, the twin flame or the soulmate card. It's things that are meant for you, fated events, and along this journey you can meet certain people or deepen your bond with certain existing connections who will be very prominent in guiding you toward this new journey in terms of your career and finances. So if you start your own if you start developing on your hobbies and you want to move towards them, for example, you can meet the right teacher, or you might find the correct course, or you might find certain co-workers who are also interested in such things, and you can exchange ideas, you can exchange books, things like that. Okay, either way, your ideas, your plans will be supported. And as I say that, we have Queen of Swords, or the Garden of Swords in this deck. Queen of Swords is very good with critical thinking, has a very clear vision, is strategic, organized, well-mannered, well-mannered, of course, speaks very clearly, concisely, thinks very clearly and concisely, very mature, and extremely intelligent and witty, of course, which is signature for all the suits of swords, okay? So you are embodying those qualities as well, but also the people that you meet in this year will be more informative. You can learn a lot from them, educational, you can take advice from them. And the swords things are not overbearing, they're not dogmatic. Instead, they're all about, hey, okay, this is how it is, this is the logic, this is the common sense, this is the strategy, but you feel free to pick your own. So the type of teachers or the books that you read allow you to think for yourself rather than tell you exactly where to go, what to look for. And Spirit is also employing this type of teaching method for you in order to guide you out of toxic relationships in relation to money, in relation to career, or any connections in the professional setting. Okay, let's use the astrology now. Again, the Lovers can also be more possibilities with the Three of Wands plus Lovers, more possibilities, more options for you to create more growth in your finances, and all you need to do is just keep a clear head and keep going. Okay, keep going, appreciate the different options that come your way. If you have the time and energy to have multiple jobs, if you need to, then the multiple jobs will show up, and it's up to you to decide whether something would be too much and you might burn out, which would be a lot more detrimental, or are you going to go for the option that feels more right to you. And by the way, you will know what feels right to you. That's the thing with the Lovers and all these cards, really. The signs of synchronicity is really loud with Three of Wands. Career and finances for private viewers 2022. We have the Moon, emotion, instinct, unconsciousness, and mother figure. And we also have IC, which is private self, home life, and childhood. I see the nadir point is usually placed in the 4th house cusp, so more of the same I'm feeling. And the moon over there is again following what makes you emotionally happy, what brings you alive, what lights you up, what gives you more hope, that subtle sign. Again, with the moon, you don't know everything, okay? Whenever the moon is there, you don't know everything. Even with these 2 cards, okay? You can have the clearest thought process you want, but nobody, including tarot readers, can see the future. We read from the signs, we read from images, and there is intuition at play, but you cannot see it solidly. You can't paint it as a picture, right? So the moon also represents that, but it is a knowing, it is just an understanding, it's the flow, it rules the water bodies on earth. So your emotions, your spiritual side of you is going to be very much active this year in terms of your career and finances. It is going to pave the path, it is going to guide you. So pay attention to synchronicities. That's my basic point here. You will get the recognition. All you need to do is keep walking. Okay, this is like keep walking, keep moving forward. Yes, you are on the right path. Keep going. Okay, anything that breaks your heart or has broken your heart before, in whatever degree, it can be just, a slight disappointment, annoyance, to just absolute devastation. Okay, everyone's in a different state of being, so take it as it resonates, but each card has kind of a spectrum of how it expresses itself. But regardless, that negative side of things, the pulling down type of vibe is going away this year because of somehow you being able to clear your head. You're like, nope, I cannot have this anymore. I cannot deal with this anymore. I have to look at different options. What are my other options? I can't keep doing this forever, okay? So you realize what is of importance to you, what is a priority to you, what are you willing to give your energy to, and because of that, things just start shifting. Okay, pile 2 viewers, love and relationships. 2022. Okay, we have limitations inspire innovations. Okay, pile 2 viewers, love and relationships. Okay, we have 5 of Wands, then we have the 8 of Swords, and we have the 5 of Swords. Okay, one more please. And we have the Ace of Swords. My goodness, so many swords. Oh, good. Okay, so a lot of work being done on mindset this year. I just have to say that. In terms of love and relationships, you're trying to see what limits you. Why do you go for certain patterns? A lot of self-evaluation. Limitations are mainly your internal conflicts that you have in relationships. You're really, really strongly evaluating. Unfortunately, for some of you, it can come in the form of separation or isolation. Of course, it can be like a physical distance, but yeah, if you know that your relationship is not going great and is turning more to the toxic side, it's not going to be great fun, okay? But the point of it is for you to recognize again, your patterns and how you limit yourself. Why do you go for the same type who keep doing the same things and you get into the same pattern and have it again and again? Or if it is just one person, then why do you keep fighting or arguing or having conflicts about the same things over and over again, which makes you feel the same way each time, right? So there are definitely limitations in terms of relationships. Also, it can be a little bit tough to meet people, at least in the beginning part of the year, okay? Also depends where you live and the practical outside world with the pandemic rules and things like that. But regardless, there can be a feeling of isolation, can be a result of just overall, it can be related to your career, of course, because self-worth is not something that is isolated to just one area of life. It's just something that is within you, and whatever you are a part of, then it can translate into those areas, right? So since you're working on that, at least till March, that is something that is influencing your love life. But we're finishing with the Ace of Swords, and that is like having a breakthrough. Okay, you get out of it, you cut through all of the conflict and competition and the disappointments and betrayal, if any, and also cutting through your own sense of limitations of who you are, what you can be, what you deserve, who you should be with, things like that. It can also be, family, relatives, things like that, where, you barely talk to each other, but whenever you do, it's kind of a downer, and you just don't want that in your vibe anymore. Okay, you just don't want that. It can be related to your workplace relationships as well. Okay, it's just connections with people. That's what this reading is about here, right? So Ace of Swords is having an open and honest conversation with people who deserve that, and you want them to live in your life. If, there can be a middle ground that is reached. But if not, you're also able to cut the people away from your life who just suck a lot more energy than they provide you with, right? So that way you're clearing more space, you're feeling lighter. Ace of Swords is like having a bright white light. You are very, very clear about, all right, this is the type of people I want around me, okay? These are the type of relationships I'm going to have around me. I do not need this type of behavior. I don't need caustic words. I don't need conflict from within me, nor do I need people who keep triggering me all the time, okay? And I like that there is also a lot of self-check going on, although in the beginning you might reach a bit of a self-critical point that slowly wanes into, all right, now I know exactly what I want. It's just part of the process. That's why it says limitations inspire innovations. You just innovate yourself, your own idea, your own mindset of what you want and what you don't want, what you know, what you don't know, what are you willing to work towards, what can you compromise towards, and what should other people be willing to compromise on, right? So things that keep you stuck are meant to teach you how to become unstuck. Yeah, that's the point of this. Okay, I will get you one more card. Oracle, please, for love and relationships, pile to viewers, 2022. I have two cards. The universe works fast when I'm having fun. Yeah, the swords are really quick, so yeah, all of this, and also the wands. Very fast energy, so all this progress you're going to see really quickly. That's why I was also telling you the March thing. And once you have the breakthrough, you will see that you have a very clear communication, very direct way of expressing yourself, and also the people around you just tell you how they're feeling or what they're thinking, and you can always be candid with each other, right? Which is just a lot more fun, isn't it? Okay. And we also have my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. And because of this realization, I feel that you are really starting to sift through the icky vibes and keeping the more fun and passionate and light vibes, okay? This doesn't mean that, people are not allowed to tell you when you need to work on certain things. Of course not, because even our loved ones, they must teach us how to keep evolving and keep growing into our better selves. We can always be, better than we were before. Progress is the point, right? So it's not about cutting away everyone that tells you anything that you do not want to hear. It's just, how do they say it? Are they telling you from a place of love, from a place of constructiveness, or are they trying to drag you down and make you feel low and badly about yourself, right? That is going to be more of a factor. How do you choose your words? How do you express yourself? And how do you come across? How do you put your ideas out there? And do you, by any chance, inadvertently, subconsciously, do you give off that type of critical vibe to other people because you're being critical with yourself? Right? These are some questions that are going to come up, and because of that, you will evaluate you and your relationship with others a lot heavily. Just fair warning, in the beginning it can be a little bit self-critical. Just remember that, so you do not go overboard and you can get to the Ace of Swords much quicker. Okay? Although that won't be valid for everyone. Some people are more prone to overthinking than others, so take it as it resonates. Okay. We'll see your general wellness, spirituality, and health this year. 2022, turn to viewers, please. Their well-being, spirituality, health, please. How's that look? Okay. We have the sacred flow of yes. So, emotionally very healthy, spiritually very connected. Prosperity following you, abundance mindset. Again, fish represents abundance. What else? I feel it's quite healthy, really, so far. Yes, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So you're taking care of your diet, your skin, your hair, just your get up, your aesthetics, the things you surround yourself with, being more around nature, that's possible. So you have this glow and this shine on you. You're taking more care. The self-care routine is just on point, okay? So that can become a priority for you. We also have the Queen of Wands, so you're feeling very confident about yourself. Again, connected with the passion, the lightness, the fire. Queen of Wands is very positive vibe and very high vibe as well. Okay, super cozy, so finding things and ways that make you feel very comfortable and always rejuvenated. That with the Sun, the Six of Wands and Three of Wands and all of these awesome things, it's all about, you know, finding that joy and passion for you. The universe works fast when you're having fun. What is that fun? What is fun for you? Directing your passion in that regard, exploring and expressing yourself more. And we have the Devil as well. So getting out of self-entrapments, that's definitely there. Addressing your shadowy qualities. And yes, there is one nature to the Queen of Wands, that she's just so coming from a place of love that she's not even shy with her own shadows, okay? The moment there is a shadowy quality that comes up, she notices it. She becomes aware of it. Shadows want to be accepted, not pushed away and ignored. They want to be understood and acknowledged, right? They are not separate parts of you. They are you. That's why it is a flip of a coin. You cannot have light without the shadow, and the shadow also cannot exist without the light. So if you have one of these, well, you can't keep preaching, yes, love and light, love and light, love and light, without really acknowledging the flip side of it as well. Yes, we do go through negative mindset patterns. Yes, we have bad habits from time to time. Yes, we procrastinate. Yes, we meet karmic connections. But the intention is not to destroy us. It's never to push us down. It just gives you more and more reason. It pushes you more and more into a corner, into a point where you cannot help but unleash yourself. Diamonds are built on the pressure, right? The Queen of Wands is an embodiment of that diamond. She can bring love to any situation. Someone who feels low, she can liven them up because she knows what that feels like. She knows what it feels like to not have much passion, to go through heartbreaks and conflicts and places where she's not able to blaze her entire passion and fire. She wants to feel that passion and fulfillment in everything. And because she knows what it's like to not have it, whenever she meets anybody, including the setbacks, the ups and downs within her own life, which goes through these dips of motivation, she's like, okay, what happened? Why am I feeling low? Why are you feeling low? Not to criticize, not to hate, but just to know. Okay? If she's shy about something, which she's not, but if someone is, let's say, shy about expressing themselves, you're like, okay, why are you inhibiting yourself? Why do you stop yourself? What makes you feel afraid? Do you feel as though people cannot acknowledge you, or that you are you not worthy enough? Why do you feel that? Where does that come from? The moment you shed your awareness, the moment you start looking in the shadows, that's when you shed light. That's awareness is light. And when you accept whatever you find, that hurt little child in the corner who was conditioned at 5 years old or 7 years old by parents or society telling her or him to not do something because it's bad, or it's not in line with society's expectations or whatever, that hurt little corner child over there, still standing over there, that child wants to be accepted. You cannot yell at it for making you the way you are today. You are who you are today for a reason. This does not give you an excuse to stay in the past and to stay in the shadows, right? That's why we have the Queen of Wands, which is like, come on, come out and play. It's enough now, enough moping. We don't need to be upset about that anymore. We don't need to be dictated by past patterns or by people and society's limitations, because, come on, we're fire, we're blaze, okay? There is no limitation. It's all perceived, it's all made up. The devil rules the illusion as well. Things that you thought were limitations, but not really. They were not really limitations anymore. You leave them out. Okay, you explain it to that child, for example, that, hey, yeah, guess what? We worked out fine. We're here now. And you don't need to be worried about that. Talking to your private self, your childhood. Yeah, with the 4th house, home and family, past conditioning, things like that, the roots and ancestry. All those things are going to be resolved, okay? Or you will really start walking down that path. Shadow work can be something really important for a lot of you. Again, if you're more spiritually inclined. Okay. Wellness, spirituality for active viewers for 2022, please. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth, and I absolutely love this because of the darkness here, and I don't get this card very often. Okay, but whenever this comes, it talks about the mysteries of the universe, that not is known, not all is known, and it's all very shadowy, but if you close your eyes and you pay attention, you just flow with the vibe, you can see more than you could see with light, okay? That's just the beauty of shadow, okay? Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting this. It was just a channel thing that came right now, but might be very useful as an affirmation for some of you, okay? You don't have to be afraid of what lies there. It's not a there, it's within you. Okay, it's not a faraway object that you need to seek and, gather your ammunition to, hunt your demons or anything. That's nothing like that. It's all just an ignored version of you that just needs more acknowledgement and love from you, right? So whenever you acknowledge it, that is giving love. When you're aware of it, you're giving it light. And therefore we have love and light. And because of that, you're able to shine much more brightly, because that is you. When you're fully you, there's nothing that stops you. There's nothing that stops you. The Queen of Wands is like fully her spirit. She lets the spirit live, okay? So there's nothing sexier than that. And she feels very bold and confident. Everyone can get along with her. A very Leo-like card. Okay, so you could have Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Doesn't have to be, but also Taurus, of course. Many zodiacs can be possible, but that's not really the point here. Okay, now let's get you the pick a card advice section. I will lay down 3 cards, meditate on them, take your time, pause the video if you need to, and whenever you're ready, click on the timestamps and we'll get to the advice section. Okay. Pile 2 viewers, please. Advice for group 1 for 2022. Okay. Pile 2, group 2. Advice for 2022. And pile 3. Pile 2, group 3, sorry. Pile 2, group. Yes. Okay. Go ahead, meditate whenever you're ready. We'll get started. Okay, group 1, you chose this feather. We have flicker. New rhythms are coming into your life now. You're encouraged to trust and adapt. Yeah, that's, I think, more about this career section for many of you. Also in general in life, things are just flowing in, they're coming towards you, feeding interactions, situations, your own flow of life, your mindset as it develops, the clear thinking, the signs and synchronicities, things like that. They're very subtle things that are happening which are going to take you in a completely new direction. By the end of 2022, you will really see how different December 2022 is from December 2021. I know that is generally very true, but you will see more of a change than you usually do. Okay? Very noteworthy year for you guys. So just encourage to trust and adapt. Trust is a part of 3 of Wands. And of course, the hope and optimism is based on trust. Explorer of Swords is able to take the risk because of trust. And so on. Okay, we talked about the spiritual and wellness section as well, and over there we also had the the new rhythms, and you know, you are going through it and you're trusting the process and you're adapting to the new knowledge that you get. The sacred flow of yes is about flowing with it. Okay. Group 2 viewers, you chose the cardinal. Stand tall and proud. See the leadership role unfolding ahead of you. Yes, you are becoming your own leader. Again, you can be getting a lot more recognition, and the more work you do on yourself, the more things you change in terms of your external aesthetics, but also in your internal world, you're going to start feeling more confident and bold and innovative, and you're able to market yourself better. We also had Guardian of Wands or the Queen of Wands in the spiritual wellness section of the reading, and that is also very an entrepreneurial type of card. So, you know, more of that, more of working on your business, working on yourself, how you stand, the way you present yourself, things like that. You're just really becoming more proactive this year. Okay, and that's what you're encouraged to do as well. For that reason, you will be getting more resources and recognition as well. This is going to just throttle you forward, so just focus on that. Okay. Group 3 viewers, we have Parrot. Let go of others' thoughts and opinions. It is time to embrace who you really are. For you, I feel the spiritual wellness section that we talked about is going to be the most relevant, but also love and relationships. The sense of self-worth, with that we were also talking about, you'll be working a lot more on this. The Taurus North Node is hitting you in a different way. You could have a natal Taurus North Node. If you do, let me know. It's always fun to get to know more about your chart as well. But anyway, the point is that you start stepping more into your own authenticity, like you see with this oracle as well. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. That's what you're living by. Of all the 3 groups, over here with the advice, I feel this is going to hit you guys a little bit different, a little bit deeper. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile 2. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like the video if you like the reading. If you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box in the comment below. Feel free to check out any of my other readings. I know this was a bit long, but hopefully the timestamps, helped you out a bit to navigate through this. But yeah, until next time, take care. Have a wonderful year. Bye. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. We're going to see what your 2022 looks like. We'll first get started with the general read, then I will also break it down into your career and finances, health, wellness, spirituality, and also your love and relationships. There are timestamps for each of these, so if you only want to focus on certain topics, you can go ahead and click that. They will be in the description box in the comment below, of course. And in the end, we'll also do a pick a card version of the advice for the year ahead for you, so you can pick intuitively again, right? But with that being said, let's get started with your general read. Okay, we have Soul on Fire. This one really popped out at me when I was shuffling, so I find that interesting that it's back here again in front of me. So you're really very much on a mission this year. You know what you want, you're seeking your fire, your fulfillment, and things like that, where you feel really happy and alive and joyful. A lot of fateful events can happen around this time that, so you're meeting the right people or being in the right place at the right time, looking at synchronicities over and over again, things like that can happen. Jobs that come around to teach you certain lessons, and that's what paves the way for the next steps. Okay, let's see more. Pile 3 viewers, how is that 2022? Spiritually very active as well. It's just your spirit guiding you a lot more this year. Okay, the voice becoming louder and you being able to notice that voice. Okay, Pile 3 viewers, 2022. Okay, some more cards, but we'll see. We have 7 of Wands, so you're protecting your energy this year. You're really prioritizing where you want to expend yourself and where not. The opinions that you have, you are sharing with others, but you're also not giving much attention to what others have to say. This is kind of building energetic and protective boundaries around you so that you are able to grow for yourself without influence from societal pressure. Okay? So there can be times that you have to defend your side of the story, or that, not in a negative way, just in general, you state an opinion that is against the norm, but you have a very good reason for why you have that certain opinion, right? So you are feeling free to express that from yourself, i.e. you are gaining a lot more strength personally, and because of that you just, it's a very different place to be, the way you are conducting yourself. There is also your uniqueness coming out into play, and when your uniqueness is being expressed, not everyone is going to be on board with that, right? But the point is, it doesn't matter. That's why I guess the soul is on fire. Every spirit is different, it's unique, you are unique to you, and that is what is being reinforced with the 7 of Wands. Okay, let's see if I have 3 viewers. Yes, we have the Ace of Wands, which is the seed of new inspiration, spark of creativity, finding motivation, finding time for things that you enjoy, living your life in the most fulfilling ways. There can be a sudden spark of ideas that just comes out to you, and you're like, oh my god, that is what excites me, that is where I want to be going. And again, soul on fire is again tied up to that. Wands are fire signs. It's a pseudo fire, so that can be something very dominant in your chart. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Doesn't have to be, it's just that you're coming back alive and the zest is coming back into your life. We have 7 of Cups as well, 7 and 7, that is very divinely ordained, or again, the fateful, synchronistic type of situations that you can come across. 7 of Cups is the card of possibilities, manifesting many different things, many wishes coming true, many options being presented to you, and you feeling free to, be like, okay, so if I were to live my life such as this and this, how would I live it? So somehow there is a feeling of a newness. Ace brings with it new beginnings. So what would I want in this new chapter of my life? What fulfills me the most? Cups are about fulfillment and spiritual connection. It's about emotional well-being, right? So you're taking a look at things that really make you feel comfortable and happy and blissful, and at the same time very excited. Okay. We have Six of Wands. My goodness, the last group as well got the Six of Wands. So this is about recognition, reputation, accolades, building on your worth, expressing your worth, and people recognizing your worth because of that. It is also the social media influencer card, so anything you want to do in a public forum can also be with the Seven of Wands. Like, I will do something, and others can either like it if they like it, or they not like it if they don't. Like, that's not up to you, right? So the point is that you express yourself, and because of that you also get recognition. You meet the type of people that are inspired by your work and things like that. Okay, let's see some more cards. Pile 3 viewers. Again, Wands card, by the way, right? 3 Wands, very fiery, fast-paced year. That is something that is very much in the collective, really. Okay, pile 3 viewers, 2022 in general. Okay, we have Lilith, raw, primal, subconscious, and repressions. So the passions that are ignited within you, they are something that have been dormant within you that you have not yet explored before, and because of whatever reason you might have been pressured into not following that and really doing something that everybody does. But now it is about that very primal voice from within you that just comes out, and it wants to, well, work on things. And if you have any subconscious fears that, block you from fully expressing yourself, you will also be addressing those things. But I don't feel like it is going to be, devastating in any way, because I don't see a death card or a tower card. It's just not, it's not going to be too much for you to handle. It's more about you being able to come out and express yourself a lot more. We also have Chiron, and I've noticed that whenever we get Lilith, we also get Chiron in my readings. But anyway, it represents deep insecurity, spiritual strength, and rebirth cycles. So again, like, you're addressing the fears and insecurities related with success and abundance and recognition, coming into the spotlight, behaving like yourself, or expressing yourself a lot more authentically, expressing yourself in terms of opinions. The Seven of Wands is also like, haters gonna hate. What are you gonna do about that, right? Like, nothing. Let them do whatever they want. All you have to do is keep a nice energetic boundary for you where it doesn't affect you. Like, it's fine. To each their own. Everyone has their own perspective, so they are going to have their own opinion. You can't get bogged down and bothered by everyone else's statements, right? So if you do feel insecure by such things, then it is, asking you to address such things. It can have subconscious roots and repressed memories that are causing that. And the moment you are aware of it, you come into understanding of it, like with the Ace of Wands, you suddenly become free of that entrapment. You no longer are bothered by the same things, right? It's interesting, by the way, that you chose this stone. It is also representing the fire sign, and it's about expressing your full authenticity, letting your spirit shine. That's what that crystal represents. Okay, so it's a new chapter. That's what I'm feeling in general, okay? Where you're not closing out any opportunities. You're really giving things a fair shot. And the right opportunities are also coming towards you, and your spirit is kind of guiding you along the way. Okay, let's see your career and finances now. Pile 2 viewers, career and finances for 2022. Oh, okay. This is the most cards we've gotten. So we have, what does your soul say? Over here. This, again, the blue reminds me of expression, of course. So we have that. Ambush fear with your ferocious dream. Again, fear coming up. So there can be some fear of related to financial abundance. Like, there can be feelings of, oh, but I can't make it to that level, I can't earn that much, and of course I cannot get that reputation. There can be that, right? Or you don't even try because you are so afraid of failing, things like that. Or you might have some perfectionistic tendencies, or you have something very quirky or unique to say, and you need more strength within you to circumvent all the haters that may come along your path. Right? But the point is, stay strong. The elephant is like the treasure trove of wisdom and knowledge and just enlightenment, right? It's It has a lot of precious things to share, like the ivory tusk, right? It has a preciousness about it, and we need to be grateful for that, and we need to respect it for what it is. So the people who resonate with it are going to come along your way, but if they don't resonate, you don't care, right? With the elephant, you just don't care. You just move along and you mind your own business. And we also have Creator Earth. Earth is associated with career and finances, so that's very interesting here. So it's kind of like saying, if you follow your dream, your ferocious dream that the soul is igniting within you, you can create a lot of abundance for yourself. Whatever your doubts and insecurities are at this time, it's fine, deal with them. Each thing has its own process, so you don't have to rush or force yourself into anything that you're not comfortable with yet. But do address the things that do make you uncomfortable. Okay, that's the point. You have to work through them rather than run away or hide from them or just put it aside or shove it under the carpet. That's, in that case, this abundance can never be yours, right? So what does your soul say once you know what that is? What is your passion? What ignites you? What is your Ace of Wands? You will find out next year. Once you know that, just follow through with it, okay? Don't be afraid of the ifs and the buts and the many, things that can come along the way. There will be, of course, speed bumps and hiccups, and that's fine. That happens with any path, whether you're passionate about it or not. The point is, you need to get through them, and going through them is what builds your success, okay? So building new routes, finding new methods of money making, or establishing a new idea to create a strong foundation for the future, all of these things are very much in focus. And we also have the Taurus North Node going on. So Taurus is an earth sign. It rules personal money and belongings, things of value, self-worth and self-esteem, which will be in the collective focus for all of us. Okay? Yes, we have 8 of Cups. So you're walking away from any toxic emotional attachments. Again, it can be a poverty mindset. So, I cannot make this, or what if I cannot? What if I'm doomed to be in this state forever? Things like that. You're walking away from that by dealing with all these shadowy qualities. It's a little bit dark in this card, and we just have the moonlight shining its own guidance, right? It's a very soft glow, which indicates that Cups. Also, it's about intuition. You flow with it, you look within. It's all dark and murky, yes, but your spirit is still going to be shining. It's just a soft glow, but it's enough to show you the path ahead. And as you keep walking, you change shape, you transform, you transition. It can also be that you are walking away from some situation in a career setup where it was not really supporting your future. So you could be changing teams, or you are detaching from an old team in order to look for something new. It can be that you're going to a new company, or you're starting something of your own as a whole. Okay, then we have 8 of Swords. So this is self-imposed limitations as well. Okay, so walking away from that is also possible. So leaving behind fears and insecurities because you just gain more motivation within yourself. You see clearly, because self-imposed limitations are as a result of the mindset, past conditioning, and it is not actually true when you apply those fears in the real world, right? It's just a story that we tell ourselves, which keeps us in our comfort spot but never really fulfills us, right? So getting out of that is real important. And we have the Elder of Pentacles, which is the King of Pentacles, which is the ultimate career and finance card that you can ever get. Okay? The ultimate. This is the best. Okay? Because King of Pentacles has it all. Okay? What house do you want? It's yours. What partner do you want? It's yours. What money do you want? It's yours. What foundation do you want? That is also yours. Whatever it is you want in the earthly realm, the material state, that can be yours, because the King of Pentacles is absolutely secure in the knowledge that yes, he can make anything he wants happen. Okay? He can make it happen, and so can you. And that's something you are realizing throughout this year. You're walking towards that. You're going to the Elder of Pentacles state. First, it has to be, what emotions are blocking you, what mindset is blocking you. Once you clear that, you automatically step into the King of Pentacles state, okay? Yes, I love that these 3 cards absolutely perfectly mirror these 3 cards. That's very interesting. And by the way, 8 and 8, 8s are about financial prosperity as well. Okay, so financially looking good, but you have to, again, when it is a North Node thing, there will be some challenges along the way which make you ready for the gifts. So North Node is always ready to give you the gifts if you follow it, but following it is usually quite uncomfortable, whether we're following what's in your birth chart or whatever is in the sky, right? Generally, people fall back into the comfort zone and they keep going for the South Node, wherever that is and whatever that is for you. So it can always be, tilting towards that side, but it usually comes with a lot more problems than good. And we are always busy trying to solve that problem, and we never think outside the box. The outside the box is to follow the North Node, which is exactly in the opposite side, right? So for you, it is about focusing on, how do I not limit myself? How do I go away from my current toxicities, okay? Whether it is internal or external. Yeah, how can I make this happen? It's a creator earth, so you're making it happen. You have to create that mindset, you have to create the emotional security in order for spirit to make way. If you keep blocking things, if you keep, putting on that blindfold and tying up your own hands, you cannot draw, you cannot paint, you cannot dance, you can't move, you can't walk, you can't do anything, right? You can't see. So that's something that we must do in order for the spirit to fully unleash, and I'm sure you're going to be able to do that by the end of 2022. Although, I feel like you'll really start noticing the changes by March first week. Okay. I didn't even ask the question, hang on. Career and finances for pile 3 viewers, please, for 2022. Has very spiritual, soulful again, subconscious, unconscious, dream state. Pay attention to your dreams. You can get a lot of insights through them. We also have 10th house, which is about building your legacy, reputation, your public image, career as a whole. Yes, things like that. So a lot of career focus for you already, but your spirit is kind of directing a lot of what happens. So if certain things need to be left behind, don't resist it, because that's in the flow of things, okay? Don't be afraid, because that's not a problem. You're actually stepping up your game. You're stepping up your stability. Yes. Okay. Let's move on to the love and relationships. How are their love and relationships looking for powerful viewers 2022? Okay, we have rise and fearless expression. Yep. Very nice. So you're rising to whatever is next, whatever is new, really. You're transforming, of course. You're expressing yourself much more clearly, what you need from a relationship, what you want from a relationship, what are you willing to give to a relationship, what can be compromised, what cannot be, expressing your opinions, things like that. So the 7 of Wands is translating into your relationship sector as well. Rise is, again, like I said, about transformation. So how you have been in a relationship, whether it is an existing one or a new one, it is not going to be the same in 2022. You're going to be more fearless, okay? Also, dating methods might change. So, or you might try out a different method as well. So it can be stepping out of your comfort zone, but you might find yourself to be, able to be a lot more authentic through this method. Okay, so if you have not tried online dating before, you might start doing that. Of course, this is if you are looking for someone. Yeah, and I guess it also depends on the methods we have available, the type of apps and the concepts that we have, right? But in either case, there is a feeling of, stepping out of comfort zone. I don't know why, but that's something I'm feeling here. And that kind of opens you up to a different way of thinking and perceiving things, and also relationships. Also with close family members and friendship groups as well, this is like you expressing yourself a lot more. It can even be that you're bothered by the opinions, or you're concerned about the opinions that others may impose on you while you express your own. And you might have, stayed quiet all this time, but now you're just saying it out loud a lot more. And that frees you up. Okay, with the rise here, you're not pulled down anymore. You're also able to listen very clearly, and you can see beyond, or you can hear beyond what people consciously express themselves, right? So if someone says, for example, no, I'm okay, but you hear that little twinge of, not okay. So you immediately know, yeah, you say you're okay, but you're not okay. So if you want to talk about it, I'm ready to listen. Okay? Things like that. So expression is not just about you talking. It's about listening to other people as well when they talk, right? There has to be a balanced give and take, because, that's the whole point of communication, isn't it? Fancy viewers, love and relationships in 2022. Explorer of Pentacles, so you're trying to find someone. The Emperor, yes, and Four of Swords. Okay, for some of you, you've had like a bit of a break so far. Like you've taken time to rest, recuperate, deal with things. But now it's like you're taking charge of where it is that you want your dating life to go, and where you want your relationships as well to go. Are you always going to stay rested and passive in terms of your opinions? If yes, yeah, sure, fine, you can extend it a little bit, but eventually you're going to want to step out. You want to explore and express yourself a lot more with the Explorer of Pentacles and also the Emperor, so you're taking more charge. More of a leadership role in terms of your love and relationships, family, friendship, and also otherwise. Okay. We also have the Guardian of Cups, which is the Queen of Cups. So you're bonding very emotionally with people, but also you're forming a very solid foundation with whoever you come into contact with. Improved relationship with parents, that's absolutely possible. You might try to work on relationships more actively as well. You decide what is of priority to you, what is not. Working through things that have kept you stagnant. So let's say you have come out from a very long-term relationship. It's not very commonplace to immediately go into another relationship, right? So there is a little bit of a break, but now you're ready to explore again. And again, there is a slow and steady and calm and, just centered type of flow to it. So you're not forcing anything to happen. So everything that is aligned for you is going to show up. All you're doing is staying in your power, you're staying open-hearted, you're staying open-minded, and you're willing to very genuinely connect with the people that come into your life, which really puts the possibility of bringing in more well-established, well-adjusted individuals into your life as well. The more you are expressing yourself freely, the more, free expressing individuals you are attracting into your life as well, okay? The type of people you're bringing in can be very nurturing, calming influence on you, very harmonizing as well. But again, have a good sense of independent mentality, stable, hardworking, structured, disciplined, organized. These are the different types of qualities that you will be attracting into your life. Okay, so if you find someone, or if you're looking for someone, yeah, you can definitely find someone. And with this person, you can have a very good emotional and spiritual bond. You can make it last for a long time, because Explorer of Pentacles is all about long term, and the Emperor as well, you know, makes structures for the long term. So there is long term potential, but it obviously depends on your free will and another person, and if both of you are just as willing to work on it or not, right? But from your side, you are well adjusted, you're bringing in good people, and there is good potential for things to last long. Okay? Okay. So this stick over here. Pile 3 viewers, love and relationships in 2022, please. We have, I choose to learn through love. Yeah, there is a very, again, with the communication, I forgot to mention, when you communicate very clearly, whether it is your opinion or you are listening to someone's opinion, you learn a lot, right? About yourself and about the different types of lives that people live. And because of that, your empathy and compassion also increases. You can love more openly, you can understand more, you can feel more. It's just a lot more alive than not paying attention to things, not being mindful, taking it really quick. You know, the year is moving really fast and you are developing very quickly, but somehow in this context, in the love and relationships, you are slowing down and you're savoring it, you're absorbing it, you're really trying to understand things as and when you go. You're building very strong connections, you're building genuine connections, you're meeting good people along the way. Okay, you're not making them the star of the show of 2022. No, you're still staying in your power, but you are valuing a lot more people in very different ways. You might even express how much you value them as well. Okay, and they in turn also express their emotions, and you learn a lot through just, you know, talking things through, right? Everyone sees the world in a different way, and it can be very interesting to talk to a variety of people. Okay, very nice. Okay, let's see your general wellness and spirituality and health. How's that doing in 2022? 5 3 years. Okay, very quick. We have inflow with money. So that's interesting that it comes over here, but it talks about feeling abundant, feeling safe and secure. In flow, again, just saying yes to things, going with what is coming. You're not pushing anything, okay? In any sector of life over here, you're just not pushing anything. It's simply your soul is guiding you, it's showing you things, it brings you triggers of, aha, see, this affects you, this triggers you, this type of opinion matters to you. Why does it do that? Why does it affect you so much? And how can you better protect yourself? Is this type of person necessary in your life? Is this type of work necessary in your life? Things like that, okay? Which through elimination, through understanding, through acceptance and acknowledgement, through transformation, things like that, you are coming more and more into an abundance mindset, like we saw with the Elder of Pentacles and Creator Earth. Yeah, you're developing a very good sense of self-worth already in 2022. So that same thing just basically translates into your professional area, into your relationships. And when you wake up in the morning, you're not feeling miserable at any point. Yeah. I'm not saying you do, but you just feel more positive. You feel more uplifted. Like you can see a little bit, not initially, of course. Jan, Feb, there are a lot of Mercury and Venus are in retrograde, so it will still be feeling a little bit like 2021. So whatever has been going on since November can still be in the air at that time, but after they go direct, that is March 1st week around approx, yeah, they go away from shadow period. That's when it will really start feeling like a new year. Okay, new beginning, new slate. Okay, because you just start seeing that the effort that you have put in, it starts showing some results. You have a clearer vision of where it is that you want to be going this year, or what is it you want to be creating, things that you need to work on, etc. Yeah? Okay. Spirituality, wellness, health for 5 viewers, please. Yes, we have the tower. Okay. In the beginning I was saying that there's no tower, so I will not say that this is anything drastic, but looks like with the soul stuff, it is internally very surprising. You get a lot of epiphanies about yourself. You realize a lot via other people or from your job situation, about things that trigger you again. We have 5 of Cups. I don't know why, but you can catch a few colds, more than average this year, so just be careful. It can be, bit of chaotic weather. Yeah, with the Elder of Cups again, I would say, yeah, but just colds, be careful of catching a cold. Yeah, okay, just take care of yourself. Sinus issues, things like that, just be careful that you're not unnecessarily tempting it, right? But also Elder of Cups is about very deep spirituality, high levels of compassion and empathy, emotional maturation. So you cope with, you deal with past grief, losses, melancholy a lot better. Okay, the things that once used to pull you down so much, they don't do that anymore. You come from a place of acceptance and understanding of your own life, and hence you develop this inflow with money, abundance mindset. Okay, it's very interconnected with mainly the career, I would say. Okay, so for a lot of it can be very directly connected to that. But also the emotional connections that you have with work, that you want to have with work, with your passions, or even the bonds that you create because you are being so deliberate and conscious in your interactions with other people. It can also be that you pay a lot more attention to this and you learn via other people more and more about yourself, and that just has a ripple effect on your work situation, right? Different people have different priorities, so take it as it resonates. But in either case, it looks very profound. In general, your spiritual state, your wellness will go through transformation throughout the year. You will start, at first you will be like, oh, well, these things I did not try, or these things have upset me, things like that have pulled me down, and there can be this grieving process for yourself and the things that you have been through. But slowly you start noticing that because that happened, the toxicity kind of removed itself from your life. I say this like, it's good that the garbage took itself out. That's great. You don't have to have the tough talk. You don't have to, be the one to say goodbye and things like that. Let it go. If something's gotta go, let it go. There is no point in resisting, because if something's yours, it's gonna stay in your life. Okay? And if it's not, let it go. Not every person is meant to be a forever person. Not every situation is a forever situation. Change is inevitable, so there is, again, no point in resisting. And this coming from me, a Scorpio rising, a Leo sun, highly fixed energy, and an Aquarius moon. So I have all fixed signs, and I had to learn it the very hard way. But that's simply how it is, right? I'm not saying you're resisting. I don't see any resistance, really. You're allowing the soul to, come forward and shine, and you're going with it, and that's why it is being so productive for you this entire year, right? That you will see a massive shift in yourself from the beginning till the end. All right, and I have a feeling it has already started. Okay. We'll get you one more card here. Spirituality, wellness, health. How's that looking for pile 3 viewers in 2022? Okay, we have, yes, there you go. My outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. I don't even have to explain this, right? Yeah. Very interesting. Okay. We will now shuffle for the advice cards. I will lay down 3 and you can pick intuitively, pause the video if you need to. And the timestamps for the advice is also in the description box in the comment below. Pick whenever you're ready. Okay, pile 3 viewers, group 1. What advice would you like to give them? Okay. Pile 3 viewers, group 2. What advice would you like to give them? Okay. And pile 3, group 3. That's what's jumping out, so I'm gonna take that. Okay. So these are your 3 piles. Whenever you're ready, we'll start. Group 1. This belongs to a kingfisher. Prosperity is flowing. Have faith that you will receive it in the perfect form. Again, I really don't even need to repeat because we saw a lot with the Earth, with the King of Pentacles, the Emperor, inflow with money, soul on fire. All is about prosperity, internal, external, everything, okay? So all you need to do is keep faith, keep flowing because it is coming. Things that are in front of you, things that you definitely obviously need to deal with, you will deal with. That's not a problem. Just keep your eye on what is it that you want to be seeing in your outside reality, because manifestations can work wonders for you this year. Okay, staying focused on what is it that you want to create. 7 of Cups is about manifestation. It's about envisioning the lifestyle that you want to be living. How do you feel? How do you think? How do you be? What is the process? What will be the routine? It doesn't have to be set in stone. It's just about how does it make you feel. Okay, that's enough because that's the language that the universe speaks. Okay, pile 3, group 2. We have the Crow. Universal laws and truths are now being revealed. Use this energy to create your reality. More about manifestation, but it's coming from a very primal, internal, very soulful place, okay? This is going to be triggered via your tower, empathy, your spiritual world. It can come through dreams, okay? A lot of guidance is going to come towards you. They will be revealed, as it says. So use all of that knowledge, okay? If something disturbing about you comes forth towards you that has been repressed before, but now you're aware of, it's fine. It is coming up for a purpose, okay? The purpose is that you work through it. You accept things that need to be accepted, release things that need to be released, and you move forward with the knowledge, with the love that you have for yourself, okay? Again, things that have not been oriented in your life to be for your highest good are going to be removed. That's inevitable, okay? So that you have more space, you have more time to create the real life that you want to see for yourself. You will have a lot of big picture views as well. Yeah, with the Rise card, you can see from a different perspective. That's what I'm getting for you guys. It's a lot more profound in an internal shift way. Okay, awesome. And pile 3, group 3, we have the White Turkey. The power to heal the earth is within you. Yes. Earth is associated with the root, and root is associated with our feelings of safety, stability, and security. You can check a root chakra video that I have made. I will link that in the description box in the comment below because it will be really hard for me to see where to ribbon this exactly. It will be somewhere, okay? But yes, the point is that if the root chakra is not balanced, you're always feeling unsafe in terms of finances, in terms of housing, and also the bonds that you form. You just, even if everything is fine, you somehow don't feel safe enough. Okay? And if you do not feel safe enough, you cannot flow. You cannot express yourself. You cannot feel motivated. You cannot love freely. You cannot think and speak freely, right? So root is literally the root of everything. So the power to heal these concepts is already within you, i.e. your spirit. It's going to guide you, again, quite similar to the crow in that context. The soul is guiding you a lot, but I feel more of a lighter vibe to it. Like, it just comes with clarity. You know, it directly comes through clarity. Angelic vibes, like if you meditate, 12th house is about meditation. So if you meditate, then it can flow very readily towards you. Okay? Yeah, meditate, introspect, listen very keenly, spend some time in silence, in nature, as much as you can, of course, in whatever way that you can. There are also a lot of meditation music online that on YouTube itself, where just you can just zone in, put on your headphones if you need to, take some time out, 10-15 minutes, that's plenty already to begin with. And if you want to do more, go ahead and do more. But in either case, you have the power to deal with all insecurities and fears that stand in your way of feeling safe, secure, and stable. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Pile 3 viewers. I really hope you enjoyed. I know it was a long video, but I hope the timestamps helped. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like the video if you liked it, and share and subscribe as well. It really helps me out. And if you want a personal reading, you can always visit me on Etsy. The link is in the description box and the comments below. Feel free to check out any of my other readings. Plenty there on my channel, all different genres as well, so you can see whatever you want, whenever you want. Until next time, take care. Bye. Hi Pile 4, welcome to your reading. We are going to see what your 2022 looks like. It's going to be an extensive reading, so first we'll get started with the general vibe. Then we will move on to the career and finances and the love and relationships, and finally your wellness, spirituality, and just health overall next year. And also, I will also be doing a mini pick a card for your advice for next year, so we can see a little bit more about what part is being more emphasized for you. And also, yeah, of course, the guidance. Okay? So you have the timestamps for all of that below. You can skip certain sections that you're not interested in. If you want, you can watch the whole thing, of course. That's up to you. Okay, so we have unstick the stuck. That's absolutely wonderful, right? Everyone loves to see this for their year ahead, because everything that has been stopping you so far in 2021, 2020, and even up till 2018. Okay, for some of you it is going back a couple of years. In either case, that is getting out of the way. Okay, I actually did not ask the question yet. Pile 4 viewers, general 2022, how is that looking? Pile 4 viewers. Okay, so we have 9 of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment card. It's also about feeling fulfilled by yourself, within yourself. Just internally, you're raising your vibe, and that's what's magnetizing and attracting all of these wonderful people or situations or circumstances that make you even more happy, that reflect that same amount of happiness that you're experiencing within. Also, it is about manifestation, so make a wish with the dandelion there, and that is going to come true. Or something that you have been wishing for since the last couple of years, that is something that will really start rolling. We have Ace of Wands as well. This is new inspiration, new spark, new ideas, things like that. Just new passion overall. You have like a new chapter beginning, and you know, you have all the energy that you need for that. You can direct it and Yeah, what I was getting is that with the ace, it's just the beginning, right? It contains the potential for you to be a full-on entrepreneur, like the King of Wands, or the full-on, competencies, confidence, the charisma, and just overall, like, I'm it, That is what is a potential for the Ace of Wands, and it's up to you and how much work you put in, how much you really want to follow through with such passions, to really see how far you express it, okay? But regardless, you are being given the potential and the opportunity. So some wish, let's say a creative project or an artistic talent that you wanted to explore since a couple of years, but you have not been able to so far, in 2022, you will find the means to do so. That's just an example, but you see what I mean. Okay, we have Page of Cups, another manifestation card. There's the Child of Cups in this tarot, of course, but it equates to the page. The whole world is open. There is an idealistic sense of being. You're feeling very optimistic this year. The entire world is kind of open to you, okay? It's like the moment you see that a certain manifestation has come true, you just believe more. You become even more connected with the universe, with your own childlike nature, and you start really, really dreaming. Okay, so if I can manifest that, maybe I can manifest other things, right? And yes, of course you can. That's the point, right? You totally can. You have the potential to really live all of the ideal type of dreams that you have for yourself, provided that you are really getting to the crux of the wish, instead of, for example, saying I want so-and-so money. You think about what that money is going to signify for you, right? So is it that lifestyle you're looking for, or is it certain objects you want to have, or a certain place you want to buy? What is it really? Like, what is that money doing for you? Right? So getting to what is the emotional nitty-gritty, what really, really speaks to you, what grabs your attention, things like that. If you focus from that point and you manifest from that state, then yes, all of it can come true this year, okay? There's a lot dependent on your emotional and spiritual well-being. One card. You have overall more faith in the universe as well. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, I was saying right in the beginning that things will just start rolling now. That's the Wheel of Fortune. Just things start flowing and they come along your way. Things that were once stuck, it's time to start moving. The Wheel of Fortune is also representing luck being on your side, and all you need to do is take action and the ball will just keep rolling, okay? There's a lot that depends on your momentum as well. That's why stay in a grateful state, staying honest with yourself, remaining true and pure to your essence, things like that I've already mentioned, that's going to keep it going. That's where you will see the fruits of all the work that you have put in. And everything has its own timing. Everything has a season, right? You can't get apples in a snowy weather, or you don't start planting the new seeds during winter, things like that. In spring, flowers will bloom and new scents and so on and so forth. Everything has a season because everything needs its environment to really flourish, right? And for your dreams, for your manifestations, the environment is you, your mind, your emotions. Right? Are you really nurturing that? Are you really growing it? And if there are things that are still blocking you and it is in your hands, that's all we really can do, right? Change the things that are within our control. If there are certain things, unstick it, because it's sticky energy that you don't really need. If you want to be light, free, flowing, rolling, and feeling lucky and prosperous and abundant, you need to emanate that as well. So what gets in the way, right? We can't go from 0 to 100 to one day not emanating it and the next day you're fully abundant, right? That's not how we work. We have our own process and go through yours, but the point is you deal with everything that is in the way so that you can clear the whole thing, the entire canvas, and you can really start seeing the results of that immediately, really. Because all of them are, like, you can see the results within 2 months or 3 months, something like that. Okay. For viewers, please, how is their 2022 in general? We have Jupiter. Yes, I was looking at the Wheel of Fortune while I was shuffling, and I was like, maybe I should mention Jupiter. I don't know. And there we have that card. This planet rules luck, growth, expansion, optimism, understanding, and it also is a protector among the planets, right? Wheel of Fortune is very directly linked to Jupiter. So a lot of growth coming up, you're expanding into new avenues. If you already have a business, for example, or you like the job that you're in, the work that you're doing, then this is like new sparks, new inspirations, right? You can never stop learning, isn't it? So things are just moving forward and you're expanding even more and more. And we talked about optimism already with the Page of Cups and the 9 of Cups. Okay, we have Taurus as well. So for some of you, this is related to financial gain and possessions, home, family, things like that. Things of comfort and aesthetic, not aesthetic as such, but you know, things that bring you comfort and joy, like a beanbag, for example, right? So also nice food. Yeah, so it depends what your priorities and what your hobbies are. Some of you can really take up cooking, or if you already like it, then you're really opening up an entire new avenue for yourself next year. And I find Taurus energy coming up for all 4 piles, because we have North Node moving into Taurus, and we are all going to start shifting from the Geminian North Node of, you know, conversation, ideas, discussions and debates and so on and so forth, to what makes us feel safe, what makes us feel comfortable, what is necessary for us, what can we take for granted, what can we not, what is our sense of self-worth, what makes us secure. It's an earth sign, it's a fixed earth sign, it's all about the root chakra. We're building from the base, right? And all of these things are like, yes, you know what, I can build again. Yes, I will keep going. Is my base strong? You know, that's something that is going to be a question. If it is not right now, then opportunities will come such that, you know, your base can become stronger and you can move on to your emotional well-being, right? And then you can talk about energy and how to direct it and blah, blah, blah. Root is the main part, right? If that's icky, the rest of it is colored icky, okay? And Taurus rules money and possessions as well, so that with the luck and all of these cards, really, if you're wanting to gain more, you can totally gain that. You can get that dream job, that's totally possible, okay? Again, action is needed because Taurus as well, even Jupiter, you know, yeah, he's lucky, but he's not going to give you luck for free, right? Nobody does that. That does not exist, right? And with Taurus as well, it rules farmers and farming. So you have to toil the land, you have to work on things steadily, and you have to really focus on what do you really want? What do you really want? The focus part is very, very strong with Taurus. Okay, so staying positive, staying grateful, recognizing the gifts that you already have and appreciating the journey that you have gone through thus far and the lessons you have learned from it is going to get you into that very grateful state if you don't already practice it. And that is going to give you more incentive or like more encouragement that, you know, I can shift things. Let me just try something small. Try manifesting something really small if you haven't already, right? And just wait for it, or look for guidance if you're looking to expand yourself in a more spiritual perspective. Then asking a question and waiting for the guidance and synchronicity to come along. Okay, moving on to your career and finances now. 5 for viewers, career and finances in 2022. Yes, there you go. Magic happens when you most expect it, like that ultimate faith, okay? Like, I know it is going to happen. Yes, it is mine, because you have done everything you needed to do. You have wished everything you needed to wish. You have manifested everything you needed to manifest, and also hoping and waiting and all the lessons you needed to learn. Everything is done, okay? Then it just comes. It literally just comes. I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not saying this to seem all woo-woo or whatever. I cannot explain it. I cannot explain how. It just happens, right? And you expect it because you worked for it. And in the place of, career and finances, that's absolutely amazing, right? So putting in the work can bring in very can bring you gains from unexpected sources and at unexpected times. Yes, that's what I was feeling. Okay, career and finances for powerful viewers, please. 2022. Okay, we have 8 of Pentacles. Yes, if you're looking for work, this is absolutely wonderful. You have steady work. Even if you're not looking for it, it's always nice to know that you have a job and you have a steady income. And we have the Child of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. Pentacles rule money and possessions and the material world in itself. So yeah, you're really feeling much safer, ready to explore. And again, that same thing with the Child. Here you're exploring your emotions. That's the general vibe. But in the workplace, you're exploring your work options. You're seeing if you want an internship, for example, you can get that. Or if you want to enroll in a new course, you can always go for it. There is some hard work included here, but it's not that you're staying up till 3 a.m. or something. It's not ridiculous. It's just every day you do something. You try to perfect your craft. That's also something there, okay? So even if you're in an artistic field, regardless of what field you're in, really, this is really getting to work, setting your mind and your heart straight, and just aligning yourself to, what is it you want to achieve. If you're not satisfied with the final result, you don't stop, right? Next day, you try again. You take a fresh perspective and you do it again. Okay, we have 7 of Swords, so there is... okay, I want to see the rest. We have 4 of Swords. Okay, and we also have, wow, Elder of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. That's the ultimate Pentacles card, right? Okay, so it could be that you do not have work at the moment. For something that can resonate. So there is a bit of a rest and a pause over here. But that has been very fruitful. And now you're getting work next year. And the alternative over here is that even if there is a lot of work going on and you're really interested in the stuff that you are doing, you're investing a lot of your energy into career, by the way, and also finances. It can also be saving up for a lot of you, right? Finding different means can be possible, like if you want to invest in crypto or something. That's not really the straight cut road that we have always been following, right? But if that's something, it can be something that really unexpectedly just comes towards you and you're like, yeah, maybe let me just try that. Okay, so this is like paving your own path, and like it seems crooked to the mainstream, but it's not really, you know. Okay, so that's something possible, something quirky you might do with your finances, or you might invest it in an unusual way. I don't know why I'm getting that, but yes, that's something I'm getting. Can be first for someone. Oh yeah, with the Four of Swords, we're talking about that. You're working hard, but you're also taking rest. So I really like that this card is here. There is good balance, right? You're not driving yourself crazy, and no one else is also driving you crazy. Although look out for some people who are like kind of jealous of how you are doing, okay? There will always be such people, right? If you're elevating your vibe, then a lot of people who are currently in your surroundings are just not going to resonate at that, and they'll just be like, oh, you know, yeah, lucky you, and congratulations, I guess, and sure, yeah, you know, miracles, blah blah blah, you know. A lot of these comments can fly around. Over here with the Seven of Swords in terms of your career, so if you get promotion, that's very likely, by the way. Getting a promotion or increment is very, very likely. There can be people who are, you know, trying to play mind games and politics, and just look out for that. You don't have to get involved, and you definitely are not. It doesn't look like you're bothered about it. It's just something that's just good to know in advance, right? Okay, and we also have 44 over here. 4 represents stability, and there's a whole lot of stability going on here. Really nice. Pile 4 viewers, and you are pile 4. Hey, that's nice. And we have a 4 of Swords there. Okay, so that's one of the signs, I guess. You know, look out for that synchronicity. Maybe that's how you can really notice which way to go in terms of career. I don't see like big decision moments or anything. It's pretty like flowy. Things just come to you and you just put in the work. That's all you need to do, right? Okay. 5-4 viewers, 2022, how is their career and finances? Whoops. It could be that I have already told everything, but I'm just shuffling just in case. Okay, nope, it does not want to show up. So I'm going to move on to the love and relationship section. This includes your family and friends and relatives and all of that. Okay, Pile 4 viewers, love and relationships in 2022. How is that looking? How is that going for Pile 4 viewers? Yes, thank you. We have soul on fire. Okay, again, that really passion, that spark, and just your authenticity, just shining in your own light, and being in your own power, and feeling very controlled about yourself, how you express, and the types of people you want to bring into your life, and types that you're not looking for. Okay, so very authentic. Okay, we have the Death card as well. So again, some of you could have like gotten out of a recent relationship or a long-term relationship. It has had a profound impact, or it could be the last relationship you were in and that still is, you know, recurring in your mind, something of that sort, right? Okay, but through that, because Death rules transformation, it is a Scorpio card, it is ruled by Pluto. So it's all about the underworld, the shadow side, and really recognizing your spirit's worth. Like you have to go through all the gunk that you have shoved there, since childhood, with conditioning, with insecurities and fears and rigidity, things like that. It just shrouds the true nature of us. So that's why we get the death card, where it's like, nope, no more. That has to end. So here you go. This is how you think. This is not healthy. Work on it. Okay, that's just how it comes. It's a memo. And then you work on it. And therefore you realize your soul is on fire, basically. You recognize your true worth. So my point is, any toxic relationships up till this point have only made you realize your own power and your own worth. Okay, you are a lot stronger now because of them. So appreciate them for what their purpose was. Not saying that it was not difficult or anything. I'm not discounting any of that, but it has to be painful in order to have a profound effect, right? We can only see that when we are a little bit objective about our own situations, right? Which takes a bit of time. But regardless, I really like this combination. It means that, the authentic is like truly authentic, right? You're not going to waste your time on people who just can't do the same. Yes, we also have 8 of Swords. Any self-limiting beliefs that you have had about what type of partner you can have and not, and what type of family relationship you can have and not, etc., are going to be put to an end. There's a lot of shift happening in love and relationships. I was getting something else. Yes. The way you are and the way you conduct yourself in your close personal relationships is also shifting. Like, you're finishing one version of yourself and you're starting a new future. Even in terms of career, if you're starting a new job or you're going to a new course or school or whatever, if you're going to just a new place, you can be, turning into a different personality, or you're taking with you a different outlook or an attitude. You're like, okay, over here I'm going to be so and so and so, and over here I will study more, for example. I will work harder. I will pay more attention to these extra curricular stuff or whatever it may be, right? And that's how you conduct yourself. And even though it might feel like a temporary thing and something you're just trying out, you really see that it breaks you out of your previous shell and lets you shine even more. Powerful. Who is love and relationship, please? 2022. Yes. We have 2 of Pentacles. So again, prioritizing. Where do you want to spend your energy and time? And resources as well. And I mean, your time and energy are your resources, right? Okay, we have 5 of Wands, so there can be sort of conflicts with some people, such as it can be, in the workplace with someone who's not really a well-wisher, and they come to light. It can be something of that sort, but don't be concerned about it, because it's not really a very serious conflict. It can even be like mental conflicts that we go through, or like, I don't know, I want to do this, but I also want that, and I need this, and things like that. Just because we have 2 limitation and we have conflict over here, and both of them are eventually coming to an end, but these things are like coming around to remove any toxicity, basically, okay? Because Pluto's and the point of transformation and Pluto and Scorpio is that you remove toxicity, okay? For that you need to recognize it, right? If you just turn a blind eye, then you stay where you are. So your relationships are really shifting and transforming. So anyone who does not resonate, and a lot of you already know what I'm talking about, it's just that, you don't want to admit it to yourself yet. So if that part is resonating, then that's something that you will get the courage and you will get the push, the motivation you need to get out of such relationships, okay? Be it romantic or otherwise. But if that is not resonating, then this is about just you transforming as yourself, and that impacting, that showing up in your relationships, okay? So any conflict internally you have had before with yourself, for example, passive aggression is something that is an internal conflict. It's an external manifestation of an internal conflict, okay? Like, you would like to be straightforward, but if you are straightforward, then, so-and-so consequences, whatever the fear is, right? The point is to dig deeper and to recognize why do you stop yourself and what is that fear really about. Once you do that, you can manage it much better. So for people who do not have toxic relationships around you and you are very, very sure of that, this is talking about the toxicities that you hold within you and which impact the relationships you build with people, right? That is going to be eradicated. You will work through it, you will manage it, etc. Whatever needs to be done will be done, because ultimately your spirit wants to be on fire. You want to be genuine. You want to attract genuine people. Okay. Love and relationships for pile 4 viewers 2022. Okay, this was as well flipping out. So we have 10th house. 10th house is about career. Again, public legacy, public image, and legacy. Then we have Lilith, raw, primal, subconscious, and repressions. That's very much of this death and all 8 of swords and stuff that we already talked about, so I won't discuss that anymore. And we also have 4th house. This is home and family, literally. This is the house of home and family. It's also about roots and your childhood and private self, okay? So this and both of these houses are directly opposite each other. So what's interesting about that is how you conduct yourself at home, or how you live by yourself at home. I don't know your living situation, so take that as it resonates. Regardless, how you're living, the lifestyle, the way you treat yourself in your most private moments, what you wish for, what you think, what you feel, etc., is very directly translating or reflected to your external surrounding, the vibe you give off, the people, what they think of you and how you are perceived. So when you start being more grateful or more positive, or start manifesting more things and believing in it very truthfully, you will immediately start seeing that from your external surrounding as well. Okay, so if you work on feeling abundant, for example, then the outside world will believe that you are abundant and more abundance comes towards you. Okay, also this is talking about as you work more and more on your deeper self, you will see more career flourishing. Okay? Yes. Okay, now we'll move on to your wellness, health, and spirituality for next year. 2022, pile 4 viewers, health, wellness, and spirituality. Please, how is that looking? Okay, we have the now. So practicing mindfulness, grounding, managing your time, being very productive in a good sense, not just, filling your time. That's not the point of productivity. That's going to be very helpful for you. You might really start working on that if you need to work on that. So learning new managerial skills, that can be possible. Again, this is not something that is enforced upon you, but it's something that just comes along, and it's something that helps you out in many different ways. But meditation and mindfulness, that's something really sticking out. Okay, health, wellness, and spirituality for viewers 2022. Okay, we have 3 of Swords. Yeah, for some of you it is really like a tough situation in a romantic context that you have been dealing with. Yeah, that you're again processing that We have the Tower, so this can be an awakening or epiphany moments coming up. And we also have the Seven of Pentacles. You're taking it easy. You need to take it easy and take it just one day at a time. This is a really steady energy. There's a lot of, the North Node in Taurus is going to conjunct Uranus a couple of times, or like be really close together throughout the year. So, expect the unexpected. That's kind of how it is. So you can use that to create your manifestations, really, because Seven of Pentacles is kind of, you have done the work, you have nurtured it, and it's inevitable that the fruits of your labor will show, right? But it can also be that you're just so fixated on the result that you just keep waiting, but a plant does not grow in one day, right? So it comes in two ways. You can become very clinging to the result of your manifestation, but if that happens, then you know that you're not really believing in it, and it's time to go back and really see what is, keeping you stuck, what are some fears and self-sabotaging habits that you have, things like that, okay? So there is quite a bit of internal work that is going on next year for you, but you're making a lot of progress, really, and this is about productivity as well, okay? Again, it's very steady, financially looks good, so you're feeling safe and secure enough in a very primal and raw sense, so that you can work on your well-being, okay? And there's a lot of insights that will be coming towards you. It can be through relationships, because we have the Death card right here. You have to address past pains and past hurt, and don't let the baggage carry forward into any of your other relationships, right? So be it in a romantic context or family or ancestral luggage that you still carry around, or past conditioning that is still affecting you, things like that, it just needs to be broken down, okay? And at first it might feel painful, because that's just it's just part of it, but it is not going to remain painful. It's a very cathartic type of pain, okay? It's like, oh, thank God, like I cannot believe that I still believed this. I cannot believe that this happened, right? So, for example, in your childhood, if you have some painful memories over there, then, when you look back, you can feel so much sympathy and empathy for yourself, because you truly understand what was going on with you at that time, right? Same goes for, past relationships. Only you are the person that is going to truly understand you, right? You cannot expect anyone else to understand you as perfectly as you can. So only you can resolve it as well. Only you can heal yourself. So that's what I'm seeing there. Oh goodness. Yes, quite profound, I have to say. Okay, and we also have Ten of Cups. Yes, I'm very happy that this is here to validate everything I said. So I was not just, saying words to make you happy. You really will be like very, very fulfilled. Okay, we have Nine of Cups there, and we have Ten of Cups here. You will be very emotionally happy in a family context, with friends, with loved ones. Everyone who truly matters and everyone to whom you matter are going to be around you, and you will feel the bliss, okay? It's also about just contentment in general, okay? Just feeling safe, feeling home, feeling like you are capable and you can do things, like you have a clear enough idea about where you're headed and what is of meaning to you. Where do you want to go, and even if everything is not planned out from A to Z, you have faith in yourself, so you are feeling happy in the moment, you're feeling happy in the now, okay? You can truly experience joy. Okay, I will get to you this card here. For viewers 2022, health, wellness, and spirituality. we have I surrender to a power greater than me. Again, highly profound, isn't it? But this is going to allow you to transform with that butterfly there, and you will really start getting to the core of expressing yourself. Okay? Surrendering to a power greater than you can be the universe, energy, God. It can be your spirit, your guides, angels, whatever name you want to use, go ahead and use that. I don't mind, I don't care. The point is you surrender to the process, right? Of self-discovery, of awareness, of true expression. And it's not about expressing to other people. That comes later, okay? It will come later. First is, can you be very to the bone honest with yourself? That's the first step. Most of us cannot. It takes a while. Even if we can, it takes a little bit of time to really get to that point of, all right, this is why I do it, and getting to that, point immediately. Like having a recurring fight with your partner over and over again, and still never reaching the point, and that's why you still keep having the fight, right? Instead, if you reach the point, it's going to be like, okay, you know what, I'm angry about this because I look to you for validation. Then you really know, okay, I'm looking for validation from someone else, from someone outside, right? It takes time. So if you take time, let it take time. Just surrender to the process. You will get your answers. You will get out of your funk in whatever context that is, work, love, family. In either case, you are coming into a full blossoming of yourself, of your heart, okay? You will get a lot of spiritual insight. Some of you can even have awakenings, because I see a lot of shadowy vibes going on, and you're working through all of that and so on. So this spark can really be coming back alive, and that, that innocence and the newfound belief, the faith that I was seeing in the general read, it really makes sense looking into all these different areas. Okay, now I'm going to shuffle your advice cards for next year. I will put 3 feathers as 3 piles. Make sure to choose with your intuition. The timestamps are in the description box and the comment below. Whenever you're ready, pause the video if you want. Whenever you're ready, we'll start with your advice. Okay, pile 4 viewers, group 1. Advice for next year. Pile 4, group 1 viewers, advice for next year. If you'd like to tell. Okay, we have that as pile 1, group 1. Sorry, I just flip it around. Pile 4 viewers, group 2. Pile 4, group 3. Okay, so we'll start with group 1 now. We have the Wren. Be bold and confident. Use all of your resources to create your dreams. Yes, I mean, that was the entire reading really. But resources can be coming from your finances largely, because I see a lot of pentacles coming there, and also your career, or it can also be the emotional energy that you put into your manifestation. So your energy, your time, your material efforts and investments that you really use, right? All of that is coming into context. And be bold and confident, that's what it's saying. So trust yourself and go with, with what you feel is right. So this is the universe kind of trusting you to go ahead and create your dreams, basically. Okay, just create that canvas. So it can be a lot about manifestation. Okay, group 2. We have White Swan. The power of divine grace is within you. For you people, I think the spirituality and the emotional well-being and the work that you need to do or you are working on right now internally is being more highlighted here. Divine grace is about divine healing, right? That is your spirit guiding you, your angels being by your side, the universe showing you the way, signs and synchronicities, God, whatever name, again, give whatever name you want to give it. But whatever that higher power is, the power greater than you, whatever you believe it to be, in all scenarios, in all belief systems, in all religions, it all comes down to it resides within you, and you are more than just a body, right? So that's what this is saying. The power of it is already within you. So do not be afraid of anything that you have to face or any people you might have to cut away because they're just not resonating anymore. If you need to relocate for your work or something, you don't have to be concerned about it. If you need to have a difficult conversation with one of your family members or your friends or your love relationship, it's fine. You know, just whatever happens next year, just know that you can heal past wounds and you can heal others along with you as well. You are raising your vibe. White Swan is a very high vibe state, so that's as well something that's happening. Okay, now group 3, we have the Dove. Feel and allow a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is a divine quality. Yes, peace is absolutely divine, right? I mean, it's very hard to reach, and yet it's a very simple emotion, right? So you're reaching that sense of peace, and it is going to fill you, like literally that word, you know, it is going to fill your heart. Child of Cups, 9 of Cups, Ace of Wands. If you have been going through a tough time, you're going to work through it, you're going to get out of it, and you will feel this 10 of Cups, just overwhelming heart filled up, okay? You will, like, you know, the happy tears, that's very likely for you guys, okay? Just take the moment to savor it. Immediately, the moment you feel it, every time you're grateful, every time you feel humbled, every time you feel connected, just feel that sense of peace. Because those moments are very precious. Not everyone gets to feel it. Okay? Okay, that's what I have for you, Pile 4 viewers. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope this gave you a lot of insights and guidance as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like the video if you like the reading, share and subscribe as well. If you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comment below. Feel free to check out any of my other readings, all of them on my channel, plenty different genres. Check whatever you like, whenever you like. Until next time, take care. Bye.